We've also added shell as a direct manipulation feature inside 2013. When I started, since I haven't selected any face, we actually see a preview of what's going on inside. If I open up and remove the top face, we can see what's going to happen. And when I start dragging the direct manipulation, I can actually see what's going to occur. Now, you may notice some tessellation occurring in this curve area. If we feel the performance isn't going as fast as it should, we'll start tessellating that area so they still get a preview. Also, if the shell cannot be formed, we'll wind up making this little error glyph to show up. The user can then click on it to find out what was actually happening. We'll have some information telling them what they should try. So in this case, they want a little bit smaller. Users can still select other features and other faces to alter the thickness of the shell. Also included in the direct manipulation are the work plane planar parallel and a work plane angled offset. Now have direct manipulation capabilities. And this isn't just the placement, but also the editing. So I can just double click on a work plane, either an angled or planar parallel offset, and I have that capability. This also works within an assembly file as well. Another addition to 2013 are 4 new kinds of primitives that a user can create. I'll start off just with a box. And the information contained in can be edited in the normal fashion as before. Again, it is just a rectangle that's been extruded. If I want to create a cylinder, I can do that as well. Place that in any face. Extrude that. If I want a sphere, I can make that modification as well. And if I need a donut, I can go through, make a torus. I'll go and draw the center of the torus, just an axis, and then a point on the torus. Quick and easy. Another slight enhancement in the user interface is something as simple as this. The user's created 4 shapes and they want to create an extrude. Well, they don't have a sketch, so what we've done is that we've given them the capability, instead of canceling out, they can go and just create a 2D sketch, select the face that they need, and they can just start drawing from there. This works in both the extrude command and also from the revolve command. So if there's no existing sketch and they bring up revolve, they'll get this kind of information. It only works with these 2 features. We desired that if loft and sweep, everything else had that, it'd be a little bit cumbersome. And most people that would be doing this without knowing that the sketch would probably be a new user, and we felt that it wasn't really necessary to go and make all these changes to every single command. Another change we've done inside the sketch environment is actually make use of the status bar. So I'll go and activate this sketch. I'm in a part that's a little bit difficult to see because of the material. So down on the status line, I'm going to go and just select Slice Graphics. I get something that's a little bit easier to work with. Now, if I was drawing something new, I can go and toggle on the Snap to Grid. And if I want to see what kind of constraints are present, I can just toggle them on or off. And same thing holds true with the degrees of freedom. Looks like there's only 2, which corresponds to the 2 dimensions needed. And finally, I have the dimension constraint information. So I can see right now I'm showing the value. If I go and show the name, I can just see the D values. If I show the expression, I can see the D value and the value inside. If If I show the tolerance, I can see if there's anything in place there. And finally, I can show the precise value. One thing that is changed, though, is in the 3D environment, 3D sketch environment, the only thing that will appear is the dimension display. Another thing we've also included is within the marking menu, in every single marking menu environment, you can customize it with the control key and then a right click. By default, what we've done in the sketch environments is allow the user to have the constraints available at their cursor as opposed to up in the ribbon. Also within the marking menu, users can customize this. By default, we have an overflow menu, so it becomes longer. It's full. Or we have just the radial menu only. If I go back to here and show this, notice that there's no overflow down below. And if I set this to the short menu, and do a right click, I'll get something like that. And the full menu, again, is slightly longer, not too much. But this would be the Inventor 2012, where we show everything here. And again, some people didn't want that, some people do. So users can pick and choose how many pieces of information they want on their overflow menu.